Hello, my name is Ryan Thurston, and these are my responses to the open Creative Project Manager and Strategist position with Bombilla. Again, I would like to apologize for getting these responses to you so late. I understand you are actively hiring and my delays delay your process. I hope I'm still able to be considered for the running because I feel I am an ideal candidate and can meet the needs and demands of the position as well as bring new ideas, new perspectives to the Bombilla. I'll get right into it. The first question, where do I see myself in 2 to 5 years career-wise, and how can Bombilla help me achieve those goals? I see myself continuing my career path as a creative project manager and strategist, working with philanthropic and mission-based companies around the world, around the Bay Area. I do find it very important, as I've said in my cover letter, to work for companies that I truly believe in and feel are trying to do good in every way possible, if not for people themselves, for the community itself, for the industry it does work in. I do believe in integritous values and companies that hold on to them no matter how big they grow. Often I've worked for companies that are some way hypocritical and say they believe in certain things and I see them contradict. So, really being able to be a project manager and work project-based for companies and making sure they have infrastructure to keep their values at the forefront of what they're doing. Advance companies. I believe in small business. I believe in philanthropy. I believe in you get more when you help others. So that is the career path I've chosen, just using myself and my skills as a way to help others. I see Bombilla fitting in that by allowing me to segue from more creative brands and creative owners and entities. I've often worked with, like I said, fashion, music, artists, which I feel passionate about, but I am interested in expanding into more philanthropy, more mission-based companies. Working with an agency that does exactly that is ideal, as well as having the structure and having a community of like-minded people to work with and alongside and support me in my mission. Often it's just me creating the ideas, doing the production, doing the work, and having that support in an agency. Having agency experience is very important to me in honing not only my resume, but just my skill sets, and having the support to understand and meet the needs of companies that are mission-based and philanthropic and doing good for others. I know that's a different industry than the creative, so I want to have support in understanding those needs and what that specific industry is. So I feel Bombilla will greatly help me advance my career. And in 2 to 5 years, I hope I'm still working with Bombilla, if not directly, indirectly helping the company or helping companies that are working with you all. So that answers that, and just how I see it all fitting. It's an ideal situation. And to answer the second question, working part-time is extremely ideal for me. As I said in my email, I do have family obligations that I need to attend to, as well as freelance. I have been working at a company as a temporary employee, but that is wrapping up, as well as a few other freelance projects that I am currently ending, ideally by the end of the year. So working part-time right now will give me the structure I need to fit everything else in my life. As well as the freedom to attend to the things I need. We are working. A lot of things are remote these days. So just being able to work wherever I go. I have an iPad, I have a laptop. I'm always on the go, working, creating, doing what I need to do. And just having the structure and stability, honestly, financial stability of having a steady job will help me plan and execute my different obligations I have, different family obligations, being able to help my family in ways as COVID has affected us all. I want to be able to be a better resource to them financially, and, by being able to be present. A full-time job is a bit of a demand for me. So I've specifically been looking for a part-time job that fits my career interests as a creative project manager and strategist, and also meets the needs of, working for good, working for change, working for companies and brands that are doing the change that we so desperately need in the world today. So yeah, part-time is ideal for me right now. Of course, as time goes on, I am open and interested in going back to full-time once, things smooth out once, I am more familiar with the company's needs at Bombilla, as well as my other project and other obligations start to slow down. I'm not strictly looking for part-time, but right now that is an ideal situation for me, and I will make sure I can meet all the needs of Bombilla as my main employer, while also meeting the needs of my personal situations. Last question, time to toot my own horn. Something I am extremely proud that I actually just finished. Like I said, I've been working a temporary job that is 12 hours a day for the past 2 weeks, as well as, the family obligations, COVID-related obligations, which I will say there were no losses, no casualties. Everybody in my family is healthy and working through it. It was just a time that, we needed to rally and make sure family was support to keep everything at bay and keep energies calm as we work through it. I also was planning the first annual Afro-Kin Film Festival. It is a film festival that three of my peers have been working to build for the past month. It is a film festival for African-American directors from across the country. We actually had, I believe, a submission from somebody international as well. We did it all in 1 month, the month of October, a little bit of September, and we recently had it this last Friday. And it was an amazing turnout. We got vendors, we got food vendors, we got crystal vendors, we sold snacks, we sold popcorn, we made sure everything was COVID compliant. We got mats to make sure everybody was social distance in the space. The actual space that we activated was the amphitheater at Mosswood Park. If you don't know Mosswood Park, it is a very historic park where Occupy started. Black Panthers had some of their original meetings there. And if you haven't been there recently, there were a lot of homeless encampments and tents in that area. So we invited people who were living at Mosswood Park to come be a part of the event, come see the films. We had a live DJ set, we had performances, and we showed Black films from across the country. And to extend to that, we were able to raise funds. We actually got $2,000 in grants to put the event on, so we were able to buy an inflatable projector screen so we can continue having this event moving forward. We want to have the African Film Festival twice a year, as well as be able to do pop-up screenings in different ways. We're thinking of drive-through, and just be a resource for African-American filmmakers to get exposure, to get seen, to have their work shown, because a lot of times, as many industries, there are gatekeepers to exposure, to access. So we're trying to subvert those gatekeepers and create our own industry, create our own film festival. There was about, I don't know if I said this, about 100 attendees. We showed 8 films. We divided into categories of horror, comedy, drama, sci-fi, and experimental. So we really took it upon ourselves to make sure the scope of Black creativity in film was emphasized. We found that a lot of times in Hollywood, we're only showing, our trauma, movies about slavery, movies about Black pain and angst. And we really wanted to show that we have more stories to tell than just our pain and just our sorrow and just our experience in the negative. We have comedy, we have drama, we have fantasy, we have sci-fi. So this was a project I personally am passionate about as someone who has worked in film, worked on film sets, and often not seen many people of color and much diversity in the industry at all. So I am really proud that we were able to do this. We had performances. The team that put it together was 2 women, myself, and somebody who is non-binary, whose pronouns are they, them. So, from the diversity that we had in our staff, we're able to show, films of diversity and bring all of our demographics together to create community, to create a space for people to get to know each other and get to know people outside of their normal bubble. As this year's been a struggle, we wanted to encourage people to find ways to be in community but still be safe. So the African Film Festival happened, and it was a beautiful turnout, beautiful experience. I'm going to provide links to the Instagram, the website, and not to mention we created a Patreon, so that way people can donate money to the film directors directly. We're going to make t-shirts and merch and keep that money cycling to the directors, as well as keeping the events and able to do more screenings for films. So that's something I'm extremely proud of and am happy to share with you all, so you guys can contribute to the Patreon, maybe watch some of the films, and just keep up to date with us and what the African Film Festival mission was. So that is my answer to the 3 questions. I hope that I wasn't too long-winded, and would love to interview. Like I said, I'm extremely interested in this position and feel I am an ideal candidate and can meet the needs of Bombilla, as well as provide new and innovative ideas to the companies that work with Bombilla. Again, my name is Ryan Thurston, and I hope to interview and see you all soon. Thank you.